Okay, here are some groceries that I picked up. What is it? August 15th today? So we went ahead and got some kitty food, 2 cases of that, and the cans were 96 cents. So I'm not really sure what the $1.07 was that one day, but there you have it. We did get charged that for about a dozen cans of food. 2 pounds of carrots for $2.08. This packaged salad was on rollback, and that I'm not sure what it usually is, but tonight it was $3.88, and it's just our usual salad spring mix. There was no, and this often happens, there was no red cabbage, so we had to get a organic cabbage for let's see, $3.10, and a green cabbage, which was, gosh, I don't know, I can never read this. There's 4 numbers in a row. I know the green cabbage is 85 cents a pound. I just can't tell. I think we got 2 pounds. So I'm going to say the $1.96 was what we paid for green cabbage. The zucchini were, got 2 full pounds of the zucchini. So I'm not sure what they were per pound, but they cost $1.52 for 3 of those. We didn't go to Farmer Laura this week, and we're not going next week. So I just got some from Walmart. The Country Crock was on a rollback, and that was $5.98 regular. I think it's like $6 or $7 now. So $5.98. The Stonyfield, we needed just 2 of those for my husband, and those are usually $5 or $5.69, something like that. Those were $4.82 tonight. So that's this, and then I'll lay out the rest. Okay, then I got some yogurt for myself. It was $3.88. I think usually it's like $3.94, $4.19. So I was happy to see that. So I got 5 of those. A carton of orange juice for my husband for breakfast was $2.78. He wants to add stuff to his coffee. I don't do any of that. He adds whipped topping or whipped cream or half and half. Sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I will put half and half. I didn't start drinking coffee till about 5 years ago. Everybody around me, I mean literally everybody, including family members from a very young age, have been drinking coffee, and I just was never a coffee drinker and not a tea drinker either. For many, many years, I was a Mountain Dew person, so I drank Mountain Dew, and I gave that up here, probably 28 years ago. I had a couple of friends that actually died from overconsumption, so they claimed, with the caffeine, and that one had caffeine poisoning and the other one just suffered a heart attack. They were both Mountain Dew addicts. Now, I didn't drink to the extent they did, but I think almost everybody that I ever knew that drank Mountain Dew really loved Mountain Dew and really drank a lot of it. I think I probably drank about 4 cans a day, every day, from the time I was 20 until I was at least 32, 33 years old. So that I have never gotten sugar diabetes is an absolute miracle. So when I did start drinking coffee, I just want black coffee. I found that there was health benefits if you drank coffee. There was some health benefits associated with it, but definitely you probably nix that out if you add sugar or sweeteners and stuff. So I just go black. My husband has been a coffee drinker for most of his life, and he wants some of this French vanilla to try that. I did note that in this stuff, whatever it is, natural and artificially flavored, that as far as sugars, there's 5 grams. There's nothing healthy in it. There's absolutely no vitamins. Sorry, my camera's wanting to be blurry all of a sudden. But as far as the ingredients that are in it, it's just absolute crap. But I'm sure that when he tastes this, he's going to say no. And that was $2.78, I believe. Value vanilla. Yes, $2.78. Some Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. These were actually on rollback. I believe they have the 250-year birthday on them. So those were $2.50. And then he wanted to get this. Now, I argued also against this. I didn't think that that's going to help out his coffee at all. But, you know, you live and learn. When he tries something that, if it works for him, terrific. It's got pure cane sugar, so I guess when it comes right down to it, this isn't as bad. Even though it has a pure cane sugar, it's basically the only ingredients in it, so it's like simple syrup almost. And this just is going to cause him stomach distress. And I'm going to warn him of that before he puts his first drop in, but then, you know, he's a big boy. It's up to him the rest of the way. So that is our dairy. We also got a dozen eggs for $2.96. I believe that's all the dairy that we got. I already put that away in the refrigerator, so we'll move on to the next. Okay, some bananas for 50 cents a pound. I needed some Miracle erasers. Oh, I know that those are like 12 of them. Yep. So 12 for $6.98. They're the larger ones. Cadbury, $2.97. Wanted some chocolate. Don't often want chocolate, but when I do, it's either this or a Hershey's candy bar. So I got 2 Cadbury Dairy Milk, $2.97 a piece. My husband wanted some of the Snickers. Those were $7.86. And then I saw these. There's a display there. I think it's How. And it's got just candy from like the 60s, 70s, 80s. So I always like Dad's root beer barrels. So those are $4.87 a piece. Those will last quite a while, probably till the end of the year. Loaf of bread, $2.98 for Bimbo Soft White. Little Hawaiian hot dog buns, those are $1.88. I got this loaf of French bread for 62 cents. The butternut large was $2.24 rollback. These little buns, we only buy little packages at a time because I think they get freezer burnt. So those little buns were $2.42. No, the buns weren't $2.42. Something $1.86. We're having a apartment inspection. That's one of the things that I don't like about living in an apartment, but there you have it. We sometimes have 1 or 2 apartment inspections a year, so I just let them in, and whatever they need to do in that, we really don't have anything, you know, that I'm worried about or to hide. So I always put these on. It's just like when you're showing real estate or whatever, or trying to get something sold, I always put the chocolate chip cookies on. So put those on and that, and my husband can enjoy a few of those when he gets home from work. And then a package of sliced Swiss cheese for $1.92. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim. This week's video is a vlog style video. So just going to be a few days in my life. My life consists of work, my job, my home, family, pet. So in these vlog style videos, that's pretty much what you're going to see. Now, we have looked around and taken some inventory. We're nearing the last quarter of the year, and we see some things that we need, both grocery, pantry, and household. So we're going to buy some of those things tonight, and I'm going to make sure that I include them in this video. Of course, we're getting to the end of the garden season, so there might be a garden update or a harvest update. Kitty will probably make an entrance into the video. Definitely some cooking. I'm using some fresh vegetables and that we are not only picking up, but just trying to use up some frozen vegetables in the freezer. So I'm making casseroles and lasagna and stir fries to get those things used up, because soon we'll be making another trip where we buy 3 months worth of meat. So that's tonight's video. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the comments. And this is a little $10 haul that I got from Aldi. I just stopped in there quick and got 2 cans of French style green beans. Those were 76 cents. These evaporated milk were 88 cents. I have 3 cans of pumpkin, so I bought 3 of them. This was one either 86 or 88, some pesto my husband wants to try, and then a replacement air fryer square. That was one of the Aldi finds from this week or last week. It was $2 something. So my little under $10 Aldi haul. Okay, it's Sunday night. Supper is carrots, red cabbage, fresh green beans. Gonna have some potatoes, instant potatoes to get those used up. My husband bought those a couple, 2-3 months ago. We're gonna use those up. Some pork chops for me. I'll just have a couple of those and save 2 for tomorrow night. And some bratwurst or sausages. These are the stadium brats from Aldi with red cabbage over the top of them, and that is Sunday's supper. So we finally made it out to our favorite place. It's been a while. Missed a good part of spring since I think it was around, I don't know, mid-May when I injured my meniscus. And then it took until probably almost the middle of June to be able to bear weight on it. And then I spent June in physical therapy and trying to bear weight and trying to strengthen my legs. And then July, of course, just trying to get better. And here we are in August already, and I've been able to, a lot of the walking and a lot of the things that I did to try to get better just kind of set me back. So I would be set back, a week or so, start all over again. So now I feel like I'm strong enough where I can take a walk in nature, which I've been longing for weeks, and not have a setback that takes 2 weeks to repair. So I'm just going to give you some shots of the Necedah National Wildlife Refuge. This is a place we've been coming to for probably 12 years. It's a nature refuge, and it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I had it scheduled this weekend that we were going to do fall cleaning for the bedroom. And this is what it entails. Of course, it entails stripping mattresses. What you see on there right now is from our dresser tops. So going underneath the bed, pulling out everything from underneath the bed, and cleaning it, dusting it, or whatever. We have 2 or 3 of the long totes that fit underneath the bed underneath there. You go through them again to see if there's anything that we haven't used that we can get rid of, donate. Most everything that we have, we donate because it's usually in fairly good condition. But there wasn't, so we wiped it off, cleaned it off, vacuumed underneath the bed, and put the totes back underneath. And then the next project, what we do is we take the stuff off the dressers and we dust the dressers, dust down the dresser drawers, front and back, and then we wash, although I have extras, the dresser scarves. Mine's put back together. My husband's isn't because his dresser scarf is being washed, and so we put that back together. And then what we do is, of course, we strip the beds. We wash sheets twice a week. We're both sweaty people, so sorry TMI, but we are sweaty people. So it is hot in this apartment. This is the coldest room in the wintertime and the hottest room in the summertime. The air conditioner does not reach here. We just have the air conditioner that comes with the apartment. And to conserve energy, of course, we don't want to sit here and run fans or buy another air conditioner or portable air conditioner. We just don't want that expense. So we sit, and sometimes we do have to sweat, even though we aim a fan at the doorway to blow cold air in here. It's still comfortable, but obviously it's summertime. So we do strip the beds twice a week. So my bed is stripped. My husband's bed is yet to be stripped. So that is a twice weekly thing. A once a week thing is to vacuum the carpet. Of course, we do spot treatments. Whenever there's a spot, I do the treatment right away. But then we're also dealing with popcorn ceilings from the 1900s, and so I think they should be abolished everywhere and all the time. But here we have it. So this, of course, the drier the house is, maybe even happens when it's humid, the more that falls down. So I can dust, and 15 minutes later, there's dust everywhere. So we do vacuum, and then spot treat, and twice a year, even though there's barely a nap to the carpet, I do come in with the new shampoo that I have now, and it doesn't plunge down as far, so it doesn't pull up any nap or make the carpet look awful like my old shampooer did. And I come in here with that. It's really nice, and it's really good for carpets that are worn, like this carpet throughout the apartment is worn. So it is 26 years old, and we're the 3rd tenant to use it. So, yeah, shampoo, spot treat, go through dresser drawers to see if there's anything that we can donate, because we make once every 2 weeks trip to Goodwill or a local thrift to donate. And so now I'm going to go through. I vacuumed. We've just about changed out the beds. I have dusted everything, cleaned everything, washed everything. And so after vacuuming, I will go through and shampoo. And within 25 minutes, the carpets will be dry. We will run a fan, small fan, all night to make sure they stay dry. And that will be our fall cleaning. We have pictures. We dust the tops of those. Put things away. Again, anything that we can edit and donate to somebody in need rather than just collect dust in this apartment. We do take care of that during fall cleaning. So this is the first room. Then we have the office as the second room, my bathroom as the third room. We have the den as the fourth room we need to get to, but obviously with the inspection on Friday, I'm not worried about cleanliness or something that is cluttered or hoard looking or any that I've broken any rules. I haven't. We haven't at all. But you know, you want to have things look acceptable if the owner of the building comes through. So we're going to spend the rest of today, and I'll spend time this next week making things look acceptable to somebody other than my own eye or my husband's eye. And so it'll be a busy week. So this is just a little inside peek at what things look like when we begin the fall cleaning. And there we have it. And here's a preview of some of our fall linens that we've had for a while. Fall will be next month, of course. Kitty in the window. Okay, my online order for Aldi, I spent $32. I would have spent more if the bread would have been in. I ordered a classic white sourdough bread that was out, and one of the compression socks were also out of stock. So ordered some mozzarella cheese, cookie dough. This is chocolate chip with almond brittle, premium cookie dough. So I think you get, 12 ready-to-bake cookies. Some French pancakes to go. I thought that sounded great. Even though I have a pancake mix, these were $2 something. This was an Aldi find. My husband's candy bars. We were able to find some of those. Normally when we go to Aldi, we can't find those. And compression socks were $4.99 a piece. We do buy compression socks on Amazon here, and we have found some that work great. My husband needs them, and I've used compression stockings and stuff like that for my knee problems, and they seem to be helping. So got a large because we weren't sure about the sizing, because the chart that I saw online was very confusing, but they wouldn't show this chart, which actually makes sense. They showed some other chart which was very confusing. So we'll see if these work. Come highly recommended. Thousands of people apparently rushed to Aldi to buy these, so we got it in black, gray, and then an extra large in case that's the size. And after that, they were completely sold out. And that is my $32 order from Aldi. And I got 2 more beefsteak tomatoes from the farm stand and an orange pepper this week. And here's our potato harvest. We had 2 plants. We had 1 potato cut in half of it in one pot, half of it in the other, and this is our yield. So it wasn't too bad. We went a little past 75 days, we made sure that we at least did that, so it was time. The plant had died back some. I had stopped watering it so that these didn't rot, and now they're curing. Okay, Sunday is like a reset day. I start to do all the prep for the birds and for our cat and for my husband's lunch and for my work week. So I start with the cabbage. So we have been chopping cabbage for years, basically myself or my husband. And then we saw a chopper at Aldi, and we decided to pick it up. I know there's all kinds of them all over Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, or whatever. But we tried one of those, and it just didn't work. So this Crofton one from Aldi works fabulous. You can slam it down, it doesn't break. So there's that. I think this type of thing fits down in this. This comes out. So you get like a thin sliced or julienne. This looks like it could be, carrots where they have the ridges or whatever. Not sure about this here. I haven't tried it yet because I just used the cabbage. Then these smaller slots, I think that would be great for onions or peppers. And then the bigger slot, which is in the chopper, I use for the cabbage. And Sunday supper is spaghetti. So I've got some meat that I cooked up, browned up, and some Prego spaghetti sauce. I'm going to boil some noodles and have some of that, 62-cent French bread, and we're going to call that good for Sunday.